Hello and welcome to a post-election, post-apocalyptic special Degeneration episode with Patrice.
Oh, well, hi there. We're bunkering down in the old basement.
In the old parents' basement. Which one? We don't know. They look the same, apparently.
They do look the same.
One might say they're unfinished.
Incredibly.
One has a sump pump, so this is the one that has a sump pump.
One will get you through a couple weeks.
We have at least one or two mid-90s stereos.
Yeah. I would say the over-under is probably like 2.5.
Yeah, we have 2.5. As you can see, there's a VHS copy of Half-Baked. And, like, Hootie and the Blowfish is on top of the stack of, like, CDs.
I love it. We got NCAA Final Four 2001.
Yeah, so ding, 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 it is my basement. My parents' basement.
Who would have guessed?
Yeah.
Who would have thunk it?
Who would have thought that's where we'd be? You know, as we're ready for this awkward, horrible transition of power.
Yeah, I think thinking that it's going to be a peaceful transition is we're past that.
Look who's like in charge, and look what's so objectively like. This dude doesn't want to like give it up.
No
one does. Nobody does, right?
No. Once you get power,
that power.
Unlimited
no man should have all that power.
Oh,
and then on the other side, objectively, they're stealing it in places.
Absolutely.
So we're not saying exactly how, but like if you're like a big liberal supporter or just in a team sports kind of way, not in actually these are my values.
Yeah.
I mean, if you can call them values. And like they're like, "Oh yeah, this is exactly how it should be." Like, no, like you're just getting your hands dirty, going for the win.
You're trying to get fumble.
When you're trying to get that fumbles, rip it out, you know. And when you don't have legit candidates, like this is what you do. And you know what? I'm okay with it.
I will sit back and watch.
Because, like, I respect that they at least try to win in some fashion.
Yeah.
They don't try to win on messaging. Like,
no.
As far as, like, their messengers are many. Yeah. And they're effective. But winning on the actual messages is not going to happen when your messages are shit.
Exactly. I think in this election, too, the message that each candidate is campaigning on and trying to get votes
fear
on,
or racism. He's racist.
It's that or we don't want another 4 years of this. Yeah, okay, well then what are you going to bring?
Well, we definitely don't want another 9 months of this. But like the other 3 years, if you take away the Russian stuff, they're fine.
They were pretty good.
They're fine. Yeah.
No, I mean nothing to like write home about.
No,
but you know,
but you can't tell me he was one of the worst 10 presidents.
I mean, no, there's probably presidents, and I don't know.
1800s were just like total shite.
I don't know my presidents, but I'm just gonna go out on a limb. Grover Cleveland probably fucked a secretary and got a lot of shit for it, and you know what?
That's fine. Grover Cleveland was president twice.
He was. So
2 different terms.
That means like how much
separated by one other term.
Yeah, I think he was the last president to do that.
He's the only president to do that.
Well, okay, so he was
the only guy to ever lose.
Still the last one.
Oh wait, no, Teddy Roosevelt did too, right?
Yeah, he just dropped his steel balls on the podium and said, "I was for the pox," and
Teddy Roosevelt won for a 3rd term as Bull Moose Party, right? He switched parties or something.
Yeah, I think so.
And had two terms, and they went for a 3rd and lost, right? Some shit.
I think so.
Well, look, I mean, fuck you. You look it up.
Yeah, we're not your source of information.
Yeah, Bing is. Fucking Bing it.
Bing it.
But as we speak right now, we'll date ourselves. Like, we don't know who won Nevada. And if Pennsylvania there's not too much shenanigans, and Georgia isn't too much shenanigans, then Trump likely will get to the point where he needs those few thousand votes in Nevada. But there's 25% outstanding in fucking Las Vegas, probably, or Reno or something. Who the fuck knows?
Yeah. How many?
But it should come down to fucking Nevada. I want that to be the case, because I feel more willing to accept that, like, okay, he overcame that Trump overcame some, like, shady shit in Pennsylvania, lost on some probably shady shit in either Wisconsin or Michigan, maybe both, maybe neither, but probably both.
Yeah, didn't he?
But it came down to Nevada. This is going to have, if any state you're going to expect some, like, crazy machinations, like, it's the place that has Vegas in it. Yeah. I mean, Vegas, I think their vote's already in. Okay. But I'm not really sure. But, like, you expect some, oh, yeah, what happens in Vegas doesn't stay in Vegas. It spreads to the country for at least 4 years. So it's cool. I was like, oh, it's coming down to that. Okay, I can live with it, right?
Yeah.
It's like because it's like a state that you never hear about in terms of politics or anything outside of Vegas, period. And now you're fucking hearing about it.
Yeah.
And that's good. Like, I'm glad it didn't just come down to Michigan, where I have spent a significant amount of time. And
does that put a little bit of a stain on that? Yeah.
Yeah. That something that where the choices were these two clowns, and it comes down to a state that I wasn't born in, but spent some formative years in.
It's in your blood, right?
It's in my blood, literal blood.
Yeah, Flint, all that stuff.
Yeah, Flint's, I mean, it would suck if, like, from one standpoint, like, election came down to the place where they were fucked, and then they decided to get fucked again.
Yeah.
Because, like, they cast the votes, it goes a certain way, they get fucking ignored regardless of where it goes.
Yeah.
But the one party pandered to them, and it didn't work out for them. Yeah. Like, it worked out for the party, and the party always wins.
Yeah.
Party always wins, baby.
Party always wins. To tell you the truth, I have not been monitoring the election that much.
Well, yeah, you don't vote.
I didn't vote, so
I voted for Kanye, and you didn't vote. So we're like,
we're the
pieces of shit.
We're the people that people are like, you're the problem. You're the problem.
I'm like, no, the candidates are fucking terrible. I voted normal and then the other things. I didn't write in anyone for council this time like I did before.
That's the one thing. Oh man, I was. Did you have the opportunity to vote for Roland Taylor?
Dude, let me show you the visual evidence.
No way.
What I did.
Yes.
Did you vote for Roland Taylor?
I
didn't vote at all.
And I didn't vote at all. That's what I regret, is not voting for the stuff that actually matters on the local level.
Yeah, my buddy actually didn't. He left President blank.
Good for him.
In Michigan.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah, so that was cool. There we go. Mayor Roland Taylor.
He'll beat Sheila by a fucking landslide.
And there's Kanye West right in.
I love it. Are you allowed to have your phone out in the booth?
No, probably not.
I think you just committed a felony.
I think I felonized myself. Yeah. Well, I wanted my vote to count. I want goddamn proof that I voted for Roland Taylor and Kanye West.
I love that you voted for Roland Taylor. I think had you gone into the booth, I would have been more disappointed in anything. Had you not voted for Roland Taylor, you could have fuck all everything else.
Yeah, exactly. Because we made fun of him, but like, I don't know. I'd heard a couple good things around town about him.
Yeah,
and
I saw some great flyers.
Yeah,
fantastic flyers.
I think his transportation policies are to die for.
He made the mistake of putting them on the B side of the record.
Yeah, definitely.
That's front page news, right?
Yeah,
that's what our town is plagued by. Is traffic. We need traffic reform.
It's just like you were a little too early on that.
Yeah.
On these flyers. I mean, and I saw a poll. And polls are fucking for retardeds.
No, because you can misrepresent a poll in any way you want.
And just who stops to fill out a poll?
People that either care way too much. It's like total opposite ends of the spectrum. Yeah. It's people that either care so fucking much, or it's people that are retarded or like don't know what they're doing. They're like, oh, I'll answer this question. Who did I vote for? Who did I vote for again, Barb?
Do you have a minute? Oh, right. Okay. And then it's like,
yeah.
Now, they answered this question. I believe it was 1 out of 6 or 1 out of 5 people. Regardless, way too many people. They cited the pandemic as their biggest issue in the election. A virus in the election. Not healthcare overall, which would include
that.
Or like how we treat
is that a problem of... That might be a problem of... I'm not...
That's a society problem, not a fucking global problem. It's not a political issue that
it's not
a candidate's going to solve better than one old-ass white guy is
going to solve it better than the other old-ass white guy. But I think that might be a problem of the survey, in a way. If it listed, that's just like low-hanging fucking fruit for retarded people, is to put COVID as an option. If you put healthcare... Maybe they're not giving them enough credit.
They don't
for them
make
to
the
be
connection.
Like,
it's like kind of related.
COVID, health. No, those are opposite. COVID's not healthy. COVID's a bad thing.
COVID's bad.
Hey, COVID's bad. COVID. Wait. Where's coronavirus? Because I know about coronavirus. I don't know about this COVID.
Where's the China flu on there?
Yeah, where's the Wuhan clan?
The Wuhan clan. Oh God. Yeah, these. I was like, I knew it was over then, if the poll was remotely accurate, right? But then I saw the votes come in, and I was like, oh, I guess Trump gonna win exactly in a slog like 2016, without the surprise factor for me. Because I thought he was gonna win, but then it was seeing the actual result last time.
Yeah.
Seeing the actual results and then having be your prediction validated, you're like, huh.
Go figure.
But this time I was like, yeah, he's gonna win. Like, it's a thing you can't really fully explain, but
it's just that gut instinct.
And I wasn't off by much.
I don't. Yeah, he's not.
If I'm off at all, I probably am.
I mean, you're usually off.
My sports or just my
just
general,
everything, just like slightly off.
Yeah,
always on, slightly off.
Always on, slightly off. That's right.
It's like me.
But this thing is such a fucking nightmare.
No, it is, dude. This is without a doubt the worst year of my life. 100%.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a long life, right? And there's only a couple years left.
Hopefully it will be.
I've got 3 years left.
Well, you're not famous yet.
Okay.
We're not famous
yet. Who said that's a criteria for being in the 27 Club?
Everyone that talked about rock stars being only members of the 27 Club. And rock stars and actors.
Here's my dying wish. And I'll write it down for you so you don't forget.
Yeah.
I request a Wikipedia entry added to the list of the 27 Club. I'll be the most recent addition, and I need photographic proof, and then you can just go put it on my grave.
Oh, perfect. Now, would there be an entry for you, or is this a name and you try to click on it, you can't click on it?
No, you would click on it. Well, I would...
Oh! That's what I think of your inclusion in a rock star dead club.
No one said they were rock stars. Janis Joplin was in that. She was She was a rock star. She was a musical artist.
She was she had an iconic factor without being like a genius or something, yeah.
Yeah. Me on the other hand.
Me and Bobby McGee. Bobby was my heroin dealer. Didn't you know?
Didn't you know I got the blow? And then I blowed my veins to hell.
Oh.
No, I think I would task you, if you bring up a valid point, if you clicked on it, there would need to be supplemental information, so you would have to write my biography.
As long as I'm not, complicit in an intentional death here, I would gladly make you pay me for writing your wiki page.
I'd pay you, and it wouldn't be suicide. It'd be an accident.
Oh. So you want to know what this kid did?
Are you speaking? Are you asking? Are you pretending I'm someone else and you're asking someone oh, you know who Patrick Harkey is? You know what this kid did? He was in an accident. Is that what you're asking?
No. No, about
I know what you're asking.
Yeah.
I was just
this kid in our program.
Yeah, let me hear it.
You know who it is already, right?
Bradley?
No.
Rowan?
No. Sophia.
Oh God. Oh. The one I was making fun of for being an anti-vaxxer today?
Did that spike?
Yeah,
the fart spiked on the mic.
It's a very steady spike.
Oh, that looks like a fart. You can look at it. So. Oh God. So Audacity.
Yeah, fucking revel in it.
Yeah, Audacity fucking shows your volume spikes, right? Your for your voice, and then there's this steady reverb.
It's a very
for the fart.
Low decibel,
but clear marcation.
Consistent as well.
So this little girl, we mentioned she's 7. She's in 2nd grade.
She's a little shit.
Her mom, I guess, is allegedly an anti-vaxxer.
Allegedly.
She seems pretty normal for an anti-vaxxer.
That's how they get you.
Yeah.
She doesn't look they seem normal on the outside, and then you get inside their mind, and it's...
Inside your mind. Dun 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 dun.
Dun dun dun.
Dun 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 dun. Phantom.
I was going to say, this sounds like very Phantom of the Opera.
Yeah. But anyways, we'll recap before those who missed the last time we talked about these kids, these fucking kids. This little girl was like, got this other little girl that was a year younger than her to like basically write something about murder or about killing.
Yeah.
And
murder she wrote.
Hoo hoo hoo. And so the other girl had stupidly written a card basically that says, "I'm going to kill you."
Love,
yeah, basically, yeah. And it's like, oh well, we need
shy
to
away
address
from
this,
here.
but we're not gonna be like, this kid is way too stupid to kick out of a program. The other kid. We won't say the stupid girl's name.
She's pretty stupid.
She's pretty dumb.
Like,
she seems a little.
She's sweet.
She's sweet, but she's a tattler too.
Yeah,
she's the biggest tattler.
Like
so
she's just,
how sweet is she really?
Not sweet enough. That sounded weird.
She's cannon fodder.
She is. Yeah, she's
social cannon fodder.
Yeah, she's one of, when you think of like, oh, dude, the dumb people of America.
She has a sense of duty. She's not very bright.
She's probably a Trump supporter.
Yeah, basically. Anyway, so this girl, like, we're out in the dirt, on the derps. We're out in the derps.
Out in the Everglades of Frederick.
Because this one little kindergartner can't say dirt, right? It's so cute.
Is it Rachel?
Yeah.
I'm playing in the derp.
In the derp. We're going on the derp. I was like standing in the grass. She said, "No, stand in the derp to kick this ball with me." I was like, "You are so cute. It's so funny."
Not to derail you from your story, but speaking of Rachel, I was sitting on the bench. I think you were out there, and she was like, "I want you to come sit on the grass." And I was like, "No, I don't want to sit on the grass. I want to sit on the bench." And she was like, "Oh, okay." And then she came up to me like a couple seconds later and comes up and grabs my arm and was like, "Come on!"
Yeah.
And she had dirt all over her hands. I was like, "What the fuck, kid?"
She's the dirt.
And she was like, "I'm going to come show you something." And I was like, "What?" And she like brought me out into the dirt. And she was like, I want to show you something. I was like, oh, she probably drew something in the dirt with her hands.
Good transition, too.
Yeah. And she got out there and she was like, oh, well, I don't know where it is. All right, you go look over there. I'm going to look over here. I was like, what am I looking for? Yeah. And she was like, I can't tell you. I was like, it's like, this is fun. And she goes, all right, you'll look over there. I'll look over here and then we'll switch. And I was like, all right, sweet. Guess what? I know we're going to switch because I have no fucking clue what I'm looking for. And then I went and sat down, and she was like, "Oh, I found it." And she was like, "Guess what that is?" And I was like,
"Shitty drawing."
It was a terrible drawing, but it looked humanoid. So I was like, "Is it a person? Is it me? No. Is it you? No." I was like, "All right, here's a shot in the dark. Is it Mickey Mouse? No, but it's in Mickey's Mouse Clubhouse." I was like, "Holy shit! What a shot in the fucking dark!"
Yeah, it's Goofy.
Like, I go, "Is it?"
She drew Goofy for me too.
And I go, "Is it Goofy?" She's like, "No." I'm like, "Is it Pluto?" And she's like, "No." She was starting to get pissed off. I was like, "Okay, kid, you can't get fucking pissed off at me at your shit dirt drawing that looks nothing like fucking anything." And I go, "All right, is it Daffy Duck?" She was like, "Yeah, it's Daffy Duck." I was like, I want to be like, "Kid, that looks fucking... You drew a squiggle in the sand."
There's no fucking beak.
Yeah,
where's the fucking beak?
Where's his sailor cap? No, he wasn't in the Marines. That's a fucking helmet. He was a sailor.
He had herpes. Sailor with herpes.
Yeah, what did they get?
Chlamydia.
Clap.
Sailors get the clap.
They do get the clap. They also get a gonorrhea, right?
Yeah, gonorrhea. Gonorrhea.
What if Pepto-Bismol was like upset stomach, indigestion, nausea, heartburn, diarrhea, gonorrhea? They were like, dude, Pepto 6+.
Yeah.
Because it's like 6, they treat 6
things, 6+.
And then they come out with like the 7 fingers of death, and they add,
what?
They add like HIV in. They're like, upset stomach, indigestion, nausea, heartburn, diarrhea, gonorrhea, AIDS.
You have to say, everyone, when they say AIDS, they should have to say, AIDS.
It's like a fucking
foghorn. Yeah.
AIDS. He's got the HIV. He's got the HIV.
So before I segue back into the story, like our supervisor.
I got you off track.
No, you're good, man. You got me on the AIDS track. I'm fine. The supervisor and the old lady were like talking about something slightly inappropriate again. They're talking about, like, some other kid from, something, Hillary woman from the other program.
Oh, yeah, she's weird as fuck, man.
Yeah, she was something that she was uncomfortable, and there was, like, child services type of situation, probably. Not, like, with her, but, like, with a kid or something. She said that, I was like, why are you fucking talking about this in front of kids?
You're not supposed to talk about that.
Not appropriate.
No.
Like, he's very inappropriate without
He is, man. I asked him...
Fully crossing the line, he's very inappropriate.
Yeah.
Yes, and
absolutely.
What?
I asked him today when we were... I came in to work for my break. I was like, hey, man, can I ask you a question? I was like, does the old lady, does she smoke cigs? And he was like, oh, she quit. And I was like, fucking bullshit. It smells like she smoked a pack of Reds in the classroom. He was like, yeah, no. I was like, oh, well, I get it. I used to in college. And he was like, oh, yeah, that was audible, as loud as he can in the hallway. Oh, yeah, I never really tried that, I only tried doing that, like, once or twice, but I tried the other thing, and I tried the other thing a lot, it was a lot more fun doing it with friends. While there's, like, 2 teachers outside their classrooms, and I'm walking, and I'm like, dude, this is... I guess I shouldn't have brought it up, because you don't know how to fucking... Yeah, I set you up for failure, because you don't have social fucking cues on how to talk about shit without being loud and an idiot.
And about in front of people that are like, eh.
That already don't like us there.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't like us there. They think the school is theirs.
Yeah.
It's actually for the children. Like,
one of the teachers there absolutely blew up the fucking toilet upstairs and took it out of commission.
Was it a woman? I hope it was a woman. I get off on women destroying toilets.
I do too. It's like, oh, fuck, you got an asshole? What's that?
I wanted them to sit there and like, okay, I got my purse right here, got my tampons right there, I got my phone nowhere near there because they don't like use their phone on the toilet as much.
No.
What do they do?
They're like, oh, I'm just sitting here and oh my god, why did I have?
Oh, my pussy fell out.
It's a prolapse, a pussy and anus. Oh, God, I should have brought some Pepto-7 today.
It was a double prolapse. It was a double prolapse in a school bathroom.
Prolapse squared.
Prolapse squared, yeah.
One thing, so I do too. Knowing girls poop gets me hard.
It gets me off.
Gets me hard. One thing I also have, like, developed somewhat of a, I wouldn't say palate, because that implies tasting.
Yes.
But a nuanced criteria or nuanced signs that if I walk into a bathroom, I can typically... A woman's poop smells different than a man's poop.
What does it smell like?
It's a little more...
Floral?
No, it's almost a little nastier in a weird way.
Yeah, because I got other shit going on there.
They're like, it's probably period
It's very
blood.
brassy.
Yeah, it's like there's very metally, metallic.
Metallic, yeah. It's like an element.
Yeah. What would its atomic
it's like from
mass
the ground. I don't know. I'm not familiar with a lot of the masses to riff on the atomic mass, but
what would its name be if it was an element? Just like girl poop?
Girl poop? Just something poop. P.
PH.
Is there PHOOP?
Foop.
Foop.
She's a foopa.
Foopa.
He's a huffa.
She's a foopa with a foopa.
Foopa with
foopa. Girls poop is awesome. Like
it is, but it's also...
I like when they talk about their poop. And
it's very crumbly. It's like very brittle.
You've been around it?
Yeah, I grew up with fucking 4 women in a household.
So you just like, we walk in, your mom doesn't flush, and you see her poop?
I like every once in a while there won't be a flush, and I'm like, yeah, that's girl poop. Also, I know that because I'm the only man in the house besides my dad, so it's like, yeah, it's gotta be girl poop.
Is it thinner?
It's typically thinner. It's typically like very like grainy. This is from my experience. I have a limited.
Is it crumbly?
Pool. Almost, yeah. Like
Well, neither of us. I feel like neither of us have been with the same woman long enough that we've been around their unflushed shits very much.
Correct.
That wasn't related to us.
Yeah.
And it's like
that's really when you start to
playing
develop
the odds. Yeah.
And you really start to develop trust with someone.
Oh! God. That was a brutal fart. Oh, wait. You develop trust. Speaking of which, farting in front of your friend is a definitely trust fall.
Oh my god.
Trust falling all over your nose. So you want to hear about this kid? It
looked like you were in so much pain.
It wasn't pain. It was like, oh, I gotta get this out. The world needs to know. Tunisia needs to know.
As I'm like, it's really when you start to develop. Oh! Here comes full time.
So Sophia drew something in the ground.
Was it boobs?
No, it was. I almost said better. It's.
I mean, yeah.
I guess I made a couple of token guesses, but I mean, it looked like somebody shopping. It's like, there's a person, and then she started writing something, and it was the letter A and the letter M. I'm like, well, this isn't helping. I was like, well, what is it? She's like, it's a murder.
Come on! Did it look anything like a murder?
Yeah, when she was like, yeah, that's the person doing something to the other person. I was like, oh, that's vaguely accurate.
Oh, that's disturbing.
Yeah, so look at my new project. She already was. Some people would be like, oh, just keep an eye on that one. But I'm like, no, like, well, let's explore this. Like, why do you think this way?
There's like a morbid curiosity there.
She has morbid curiosity. And I have morbid curiosity too.
I think I wouldn't say healthy for a child. Fuck.
No, there's the noises.
I know.
The floor upstairs.
My floor does the same thing. I just don't live in my basement as much anymore.
Yeah.
Dude, if that was me, I would have been like, what? That's fucked up. It was like, I wouldn't say that to her, but I'd be like, just erase that. You can do better.
Where's the blood?
Yeah, come on.
See, that's the thing. She was limited in scope.
Yeah,
she did a really good job.
She used the tools at her disposal.
Exactly.
Much like a real murderer would.
She said that it was later when I talked to her mom, because I obviously was like, I didn't. Our guy was.
You snitched on her?
Yeah.
Oh man,
out
here bitching about snitches, and you're a bitch.
Here's what you
yourself.
do, man. You just make them aware. This is what your kid is going through while they're at this program. Not like they did this. That's inconsequential. This isn't inconsequential if it's unturning a stone. That's like this kid is either creative, or she's reacting to a stimulus that a game pushed on her, or that she learned something from a TV show or something.
I think we're giving her a really soft out on
being a psychopath.
No, that's the reality of the situation. The out is, I saw it in a game. The person is bleeding now. Oh, this or that. It's like, no, she has murder in her heart, and she's gonna fucking kill one of us. And it's gonna be the bitch that doesn't talk. And we won't hear her scream because she obviously doesn't have vocal cords.
It's muffled.
She'll be like, oh, blah, 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 blah.
It's just like, boom, done. Yeah, so I was like, telling the mom, I was like, look, again, this is just a thing that's happening. Like, she had mentioned a game. I know it takes a while for a kid to, like, stop thinking about something they get into. Yeah. Because, like, I was like that.
Yeah.
I'm like...
Takes me a while as an adult to do that.
Yeah. Like, look how adults get hooked on certain thought patterns or shit like that. But I didn't want to be like, I'm no psychologist, but I think she's probably fine because she's, like, a 7-year-old girl.
Yeah.
And she's not lashing out on anyone.
Let's just keep an eye on it.
Yeah, I'm, like, keeping an eye on it, and I was like... Let me make sure the other kids don't, like, catch on that she's possibly temporarily or maybe more than that disturbed.
I think she's a slow burner.
She's a slow burner?
She'll be
she's putting the cues out?
She's just putting her feelers out. She's like, okay, well, I drew this about, murdering someone. And then it's like, oh, I want to show you my picture. What is it? Oh, I murdered someone.
It's a murder,
For me, that's the issue there, or that's the point of like what we should be examining. Is not necessarily
our noses in a daycare.
Yeah, well, because
it was an aftercare this time.
Yeah,
so that's like full on daycare by that point.
Exactly, but she's showing you. She's like, I want you to see what I made. I bet you if you did you ask who it was after you found out it was a murder?
No,
that would have been interesting because then we would have given her the opportunity. Maybe she could have gotten creative with her answer. She could have said...
You're, like, grooming her for murder.
Hey, man.
To murder others, I mean.
Yeah.
See, I'm just like, okay, taking this into advisement. Yeah.
We'll see
telling the mom.
And I'm like, yeah, you can do better.
It's like, you call that a weapon?
Yeah, what is that?
It looked like a Tonka truck or something.
Yeah, I mean, dude, some of those...
I was like, this is a good bashing. Those Tonka trucks could do some fucking damage.
They could. Even the old school ones that were like
those old school ones were the
sheet
best.
metal.
Oh, we have a couple of those.
I know, my dad does too, and I'm like, fuck, that thing's like, one, it's 20 pounds.
Those things were fucking cool.
They were cool as shit.
You could go in the sandbox and fuck shit up.
That sand stood no chance.
No, you're like,
oh, and she'll just be over there like putting Barbie dolls under the sand, and it's like, oh, no one will find the body. And she's like,
oh, yeah. Thank you for saying that. Because she reminded me of said something like, it's like, yeah, this is like, you want to make sure there's no evidence.
Yeah, that's fucking wild.
I can't remember the exact context of that. I should mention that to the mom.
So maybe she's picking it up from mom or dad. Maybe mom or dad they go around and they kill kids by like sucking their vaccines out of their body.
Oh, she's an anti-vaxxer.
Yeah. She's the anti-vax. She's Vaxa-Queen.
Vaxa-Queen. Rah, 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 rah. She seems pretty nice, though. I was like, but again, it's all a seeming thing. Oh, this is kind of a cute murder thing.
No, it's just...
But, like, I'm just like, you're putting the pieces together, and it's the fact that another kid so easily fell in line. You found the total... You found the drone amongst
absolute drone. She's fucking hook, line, sinker of... Oh, this is something you're doing? Oh, you're telling me this is, like, cool or fun or I should do this? Okay.
You ever read Brave New World? I'm familiar with the storyline.
Yeah.
So they had, like, it's a scientific dystopia. Yeah. Scientifically based dystopia. Like, they took away the structure of the family, and the government is, like, your family. Sound familiar? And they, like, dilute the blood, so they have randomly assigned like classes, social classes.
Yeah.
She'd be one of the lower like.
She'd be a plebe.
They were like called Upsilons or something. They had the names from the alphas. It's the alpha, the betas, and
Upsilons.
And Upsilon or whatever was like the last one.
Yeah.
She's not quite that, but she's like heading that way unless she really gets some constructive like
help
things that.
Which one are we talking about? The dummy or the
dummy?
Okay.
Yeah. She just might not have her talents might not have come out yet. But I feel like I could pick up on those things that, like, where is the future going if you're not into, I guess, like, caring for others, because there's going to be so many fucking old people and so many people that are fucked up.
Yeah, that they're going to need that.
Medical care or, like, various other forms of care, service industry, not, like, fucking, like, Burger King service industry, but, like, the industry of service providing human services. That didn't sound right.
No, you
know what I mean.
I know exactly what you mean.
Other than it's like highly technical proficient thing, and that's just going to be kind of it.
Yeah.
For jobs, I think. And
eventually,
she's not doesn't seem really cut out for either of those right now. So
I feel like if she was,
I know she's like 6, but
yeah,
we had people in other program that they were just there was a lot. I'd say
fucking shining stars.
I think there's a lot of kids that were just really super average or slightly above average in that other program.
Yeah.
And you can tell when it's like, you know what? They'll just go with the flow.
They'll just be another one.
They'll be fine.
Yeah.
Fine.
They'll be okay. Nothing, no.
My favorite kid she wasn't necessarily an outlier with like how intelligent or not how capable or smart she was, but she was intelligent and she had interesting things about her. Oh, that's a good one. Partner, we're talking about my favorite kid.
Yeah.
She had like interesting quirks, mannerisms, and things like that, and just like very much a person.
Yeah. Personality.
She had real personality, and you saw a lot more of that there than some of the kids in our
some of the others
program. But again, they're in distance learning. They haven't been socialized at school all day.
Yeah.
And this is a new thing. They've been like holed up in their homes and apartments for months and months and months.
Yeah.
So we're seeing a different...
it's a different breed.
So maybe that's why they were trying to draw murder in the Dirp.
It could be. They could also... I'm just interacting with her, too, and the way... it's in the eyes. You can usually tell when it's in the eyes. As I liked your little drop of information today to the kids. Oh, staring contest? Yeah, there's no life behind these eyes.
Yeah.
That was great.
That was funny.
It's just the way she interacts. It's the way she talks. There's something a little bit not there.
Of a murder girl?
Yeah. Or there might be, I shouldn't say not there. There's something there. She has that, but there's a little bit more. It's like a different way of viewing the world. I think I'm psycho sometimes. I mean, I have a mental illness as well, but
yeah.
I think there's something else there sometimes. It's like, what would it take to like push me to do something like that?
Yeah, I think about stuff like that. It's like a bond to the people that are off kilter. Like, she's definitely off.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
And I feel fortunate that it didn't take long for me to figure that out, because there's less kids. The environment's different than our other environment where there were like 50. There were like 50 kids.
Yeah.
We knew everyone's names. We recognized the parents. We would talk. We knew a little thing about them.
I knew everyone's name with the exception of like two. Like there was like one or two new kids, and
Noelle?
No, not Noelle, and it wasn't Chirno, but there was like a new girl or something.
The two sisters?
No, they were like brand new, and I just like didn't give a fuck. I was like, yeah, you guys are new. It was almost like, yeah, you're not part of this group.
I think I knew what you were talking about. I can't really remember.
And I didn't really give a shit. But the other kids, I was like, yeah, you guys for the most part are great. I think in comparison, the average level of intelligence is lower at our new place.
Yeah.
I think. I also think that there's not as many kids they're all really fucking bland. Like, there's not a lot that stands out in, like, different...
So the high energy kid, Blake, stands out? Not Blake, Bradley.
Bradley, yeah, he does.
He's got a lot of energy.
He's got some energy. He'll be great.
He's play sports.
He'll be great in sports. Yeah. I think he'll do something.
They're sweet kids. It's just like you don't get to see them like forming groups and like playing group games and stuff. Like we gotta like figure out some shit for them to do, because they just go on a fucking diamond.
I phone it in when I get. They need to be able to get on the playground. That would be huge for them.
Yeah, it's COVID. They're gonna get COVID and die on the playground, even though most
they
people
won't die. Miss Joyce will die.
Yeah, she will. Oh my god,
dude, fucking A. What if you just you could hit her with a double whammy? You could lace a cigarette with COVID and then give it to her, and she'd be fucking dead in a minute.
All right, we're gonna go lace some cigarettes with COVID. This doesn't taste like Marlboro Dark or whatever.
Extra dark.
Extra dark. Oh, it's so grassy and grainy and glassy.
This episode.
Oh wait, where can they reach us?
They can reach us at Degenerate Nation at gmail.com, the Degenerate Nation podcast on Twitter, and they can also reach us at Degenerate Nation.
Degenerate Show on Twitter.
Fuck! Degenerate Show on Twitter. You can also reach us at Degenerate Nation podcast on the grams of Insta.
Yes.
And on the Book of Faces, Degenerate Nation podcast.
And Degenerate Nation. We're going to be given some empty promises about money for relief for the pandemic and various other things.
Yeah.
That we're going to... Student loan relief. Both of those things probably ain't going to happen.
No, they're going to be shut down.
So, help us survive in Biden's America by going to patreon.com/Degenerate Nation and pledging to the show. There will be a calendar, an exclusive calendar of me and Patrice. You'll see our faces and bodies. Maybe one more than the other. Not one more person than the other, but one more face or body. We won't say which one.
You'll have to find out.
There's going to only be like possibly one copy of it, and it's going to you if you can outdo $13 a month.
I'm not kidding. I will fucking shoot a 12-month calendar, and I will do it. And it'll be a 101. It'll be a special edition. You will have your hands on it.
Yeah.
I will have the originals forever.
Exactly. And if you live in the DC area or somewhere we can drive to, or you can drive to us, email us at degeneration@gmail.com if you want to be a photographer, that you're open to some
slightly
outside the box stuff.
A little progressive photographs, because we're in a progressive nation, because Biden is so progressive, obviously. That's him. Hey,
we're progressing.
This episode was brought to you by Pepto-Bismol 7+.
All right, bye.